Final words. Do we remember them? Do we remember the last words or interaction that we had before their soul departed? Do we remember the last joyful moment that we had together? Were they taken too soon from this earth? Or was there a sense that their time had come? Have we upheld their legacy? Do we sit here mourning them despite their cruelty toward us because we've decided it's just the right thing to do? Have we thought of what we might say when our time comes at its right time? Perhaps the words of Shema sitting on our lips, or a final, I love you. Final words will catch us off guard throughout life. Those moments that we only later realize were our final interaction. And so instead, we play back that sweet voicemail that still sits on our phone. Hey, honey, I'm in the checkout line at the store. I'll be home soon. I love you. For almost 2 years, the lives of loving families have been turned upside down in an instant. The families who said goodbye to their loved one over FaceTime as the nurse tried to steady a shaking hand, exhausted to do this for the 6th time that day. We recite Yizkor for them. Anachnu zochrim. We remember. The loving spouses of American soldiers in Afghanistan who sat wondering if their spouse was one of the final 13. We recite Yizkor for them. Anachnu zochrim. We remember. For those who were gone in an instant from the quiet of the night as their condo complex collapsed, we recite Yizkor for them. Anachnu zochrim. We remember. To those who lost their lives this past year in the hurricanes, the floods, and the fires that struck American soil, we recite Yizkor for them. Anachnu zochrim. We remember. And just this past Shabbat, Shabbat Shuvah, the Shabbat between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, we commemorated the 20th anniversary of September 11th. And so we say Yizkor for them too. Anachnu zochrim. We remember. 7 years ago, on the 13th anniversary of 9/11, Rabbi Erwin Kula took the last words of husbands, wives, children, and parents whose final audio conversations were recovered. And he did something gut-wrenching with those words. He took our ancient and mournful chant for the book of Lamentations, in Hebrew called Eicha, and he chanted out their words to that melody. The melody of Lamentations is mournful. It's read on the saddest day of the year, when we commemorate the destruction of our holy temples in Jerusalem. Many of our sacred texts from Tanakh, they have special trope. Some are happy and some are sad. This one is sad. This one is mournful. This one is intentionally discordant. And I find the opening word of the book of Eicha to be tragically fitting. Eicha, how? And in just a moment, we will hear these final words. Loved ones saying goodbye. And this may lead us to recall our own goodbyes. We listen. We recite Yizkor for them. Anachnu zochrim otam. We remember them. We take a deep breath.
Honey, something terrible is happening. I don't think I'm going to make it. I love you. Take care of the children. Lori, I love you. I'm in the World Trade Center, and the building was hit by something. I don't know if I'm going to get out, but I love you very much. I hope I'll see you later. Bye. Mommy, the building's on fire. There's smoke coming through the walls. I can't breathe. I love you, Mommy. Goodbye. Hey, Jules, it's Brian. I'm on a plane and it's hijacked, and it doesn't look good. I just wanted to let you know that I love you, and I hope to see you again. If I don't, please have fun in life and live your life the best you can. Know that I love you, and no matter what, I'll see you again. Liz, it's me, Dan. My building has been hit. I made it to the 78th floor. I'm okay, but will remain here to help evacuate people. See you soon. Elizabeth, I love you 1,000 times over and over and over again. Please tell Emmy I love her and take good care of her. Whatever decisions you make in your life, I need you to be happy, and I will respect any decisions that you make. I will always love you.
We take a deep breath. After that horrific day, poets, children, musicians, writers, your neighbor, your physician, everyone put pen to paper to create poems and songs to soothe their broken hearts and to somehow express the pain that they felt that day. And for me, nothing ever resonated quite like this piece. More than the words Dayenu, that haunting melody of the Jewish people, the rhythms of Eicha, they awaken a deep introspection, pulling at our heartstrings, at our soul strings to come together to quiet the forces of destruction. As Rabbi Kula shared in his commentary on the piece, in the dearness of the vanishing moment, not one of these conversations showed any anger or any desire for revenge. Instead, each simply and heroically witnessed a yearning to love and the faith that love ultimately swallows up death. That love swallows up death is the reason that we continue to love. As Chaim Stern so pointedly shared in a writing that we sometimes hear ahead of mourners' Kaddish, it is a fearful thing to love what death can touch. A fearful thing to love, hope, dream to be, and oh, to love. A thing for fools this, and a holy thing to love. For your life has lived in me, your laugh once lifted me, your word was gift to me. To remember this brings a painful joy. 'Tis a human thing, love, a holy thing, to love what death has touched. And this is why we gather, to surround one another, to know that we are not alone in our grieving, to know that the pain of the loss ebbs and flows, and sometimes flows when we least expect it. We mark our mourning and we mark our times with Yizkor services throughout the year. But given the power of the day that is Yom Kippur, with the imagery of the gates closing and an inscription of our names into the book of lives well lived, we deeply feel the weight of the day. And so we say Yizkor for everyone who has experienced a loss, for our beloved losses, mother, father, sister, brother, husband, wife, for the loss of a child gone too soon, for the loss that ended as it lived, in conflict, for the loss of those who no longer have someone to to recite Yizkor for them, for all of them. Anachnu zochrim, we remember.